not that long ago. She said it was used, but Amy being a lesbian, I was like, well, her bed's definitely seen less dicks than my bed had, so. I gave my old bed to my roommates. They didn't seem to mind, but every time I try to get a man to sleep in my bed with me now, they're afraid that it's gonna make them a homophobe or something. Fact is, they probably already are a homophobe. Segue. Does anybody out here have any regrets? That's my segue. Buying Amy's bed wasn't one of them. I know it's one of those things that everybody in Tom Cochran sings about it. He says no regrets. But we all have fucking regrets in this lifetime, don't we? Like, let's be frank, right? I'm gonna tell you about a few of mine. When I was 19, I bought my first house. No, that wasn't a regret, even though I did buy it off my mother, and that later cost me. But I had a house party. And I remember it was like 4:30 in the morning, something like that. And I was like, okay, house party's over, everybody's gotta go. And these two guys, they were like, our ride left us, we have nowhere to go. And I was like, it's okay, because I was fucking drunk. I was like, it's okay, you guys can just crash here, as I was stumbling towards my bed to fall asleep. And they both thought crash here was crashing my bed. Now what you don't realize is that that drunk girl that Ben was talking about in Alberta earlier, that was me. So I'm about to pass out in my bed in small town redneck Alberta, and they're all homophobes. And I feel a cold hand coming up my thigh. That wasn't the regret. Neither was the warm one rolling down my chest. But all of a sudden I was still sober enough to realize that's a dude's hand, and it's warm. And that's a dude's hand, and it's cold. And these two homophobes are about to touch. And they think it's me. And that's when I stopped it. And that was my first ever regret in my life. Why the fuck did I stop that? I could have woke up for the rest of my life, and they could have been doing anything in the world. I would have been like, you touched a man's hand and wanted to make out with it. You almost did that, but no, I stopped it. So that was my first regret. My second regret was when my grandpa died. And it was a sad time in my life, and I do really miss my grandpa. God bless you. And I was given the job of cleaning out his apartment. And it was really hard for most of it, and then I got to his bathroom. That 84-year-old man had 2 fucking boxes of unopened Viagra. And I was so weirded out at the thought of my grandpa at 84 trying to have sex that I threw those 2 boxes of Viagra out. Now what you might have figured out from my first story is I hung out in Alberta with a lot of fucking dudes. And by the time I was old enough to go to the bar, it was nothing but drink, fight, and fuck. All I wanted to do afterwards, like on the ride home from Kelowna that day, all I wanted to do was like, damn it, I should have taken those boxes. And just like they all tried to roofie colada us, I should have Viagra or colada them. Because at the end of the night in the bar, when all these guys are trying to fight each other, it's gonna be the biggest fucking sword fight you've ever seen in your life. Those, my friends, those are my 2 regrets. And now we can all laugh at them. Alright you guys, that's been my time. I'm gonna let this show keep going.